Hi there, crafty peeps. Enis here from Papercrafting with Enis, and I'm on today with a Lisa's Craft Room haul. Now, for those of you who've been following along with me for some time, you know what that means. That means I had a crafty day at my sister Lisa's house. And true to form, when I got there, she had 2 bags of stuff all packaged up and ready for me to take home when I left. So anyway, I came home with some Dollar Tree items, some crafty items, some everyday items, and I want to share those with you today. So I'm first of all going to put this aside, and we're going to look at the everyday items. So my sister Lisa actually gets a medical expense allowance, I think through her medical insurance or something. And so a lot of times she just has to use the money up on medical supplies. And so she picks up things, and every now and then she asks me if I would like anything. So I said, sure, what do you got? So she did give me this Diabetic CeraVe Dry Skin Relief Moisturizing Cream. Now, I am not a diabetic, and she is, so that's why she gets this cream here. But it is a great lotion for body and hands, so I was happy to take that. And we also both use rubbing alcohol in our craft rooms, and of course she needs it for her diabetic supplies and whatever, but she has a ton of this, so she gifted me a bottle, which I was happy to have because I was running low. And we both have big time back problems, and she had a gigantic box full of these, so she gave me some of these cool and heat patches for my back. And so I think I'm actually going to use one of these today. Not now, but before I go to bed tonight. So those were the non-crafty items that she gifted me. Now, before I get into the rest of the stuff, which is going to start with this garland here, she has a brand new Dollar Tree that was built and is right around the corner from her house, and she is really enjoying her trips over there. So a couple of times, hang on one second. Sorry, I had to get up and close my door. I have my daughter-in-law, one of my sons, and my granddaughter staying with me until my daughter-in-law has her baby, and they just came in, so I wanted to close the door so that we don't hear all the noise from them coming in. So anyway, she was at the Dollar Tree, and I was at work, and she sends me text messages while I'm at work all the time, and yeah, sometimes we have some fun with that, and sometimes I'm busy and I can't talk to her, but she was taking pictures of goodies in the store and sending them to me and said, hey, do you see anything you want? And I'm like, yeah, I see some things I want. So I actually went onto the Dollar Tree website and chose some items that I wanted and had her look for them. And I found an image of a tablescape that I wanted to replicate for my dining room. And so the things I'm going to show you are some of the items for the tablescape. So these are things that I purchased, but I gave her the money and she did the shopping for me. So the first thing is this really pretty leaf and gourd or pumpkin garland. So that's going to go on the table. And besides the fall colored leaves, it's got this pretty little dried floral on here, and it has a number of the little pumpkins. So that's kind of pretty. And then I had her pick up for me this smoky looking LED candle. So you just flip the little switch there and it has that flickering kind of look to the light. So that's going to be fun. And then this gorgeous candle. Look at this beautiful green jar with the wood lid, and it's got this burlap pull on the top. And this is called Rustling Leaves Scented Candle. It is a 3-wick candle, and it smells awesome. This was $5, by the way. It wasn't $1.50 or $1.25. So that was that. And then this candle. Oh my gosh, look at how gorgeous this jar is. This is a glass jar. It's a 2-wick candle. But look at that gorgeous amber look and the beautiful work on the glass there. And it's got a glass lid. This is Moroccan amber, and it smells awesome as well. So I had her pick that up for my tablescape. And I have some of these, but they're tucked away in my Christmas decorations, so I had her pick up another pack for me. This is a set of 3 LED pillar candles. I think these are flickering wicks. Let's see, does it say? It doesn't say on there, but I think they are. So that is part of my tablescape. Put that aside. And then I had her pick up some fall placemats. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, so they didn't have, I wanted 8 placemats, but they didn't have 8. So she got me 4 of the pumpkins. So these are really pretty. And then she got me 4 of these thankful ones. They've got the vines and the pumpkins with this brown check on the bottom. Really, really pretty. So that is going to make a gorgeous table, and I'm going to use all of these items to do a centerpiece. And I probably will put that together tomorrow. So that was it from her for the Dollar Tree. Oh, actually there is one more item. And it is, and I've got a bunch of junk in here, okay, it's this Lazy Susan tray. Now, I have been wanting one of these from the Dollar Tree forever, and my Dollar Trees around here, and there's like 1, 2, 3, there's 3 that are relatively close by, and none of them have been carrying this. So she knew I wanted one, so she grabbed this as part of my package of things I wanted from the store. Yeah, got that today, super happy to have it. And then now we're going to start getting into the crafty goodies. So she had duplicates of these little ink pads, Green Hill and Forever Green. And I don't recall the brand name. She told me, but I can't recall. You guys will probably recognize the little dandelion on the top there and know what brand those are. So she gave those to me. And she gave me a couple of focal beads. And today we did beaded projects. So these were in her stash and she knew I would like them, so she gave those to me. And let's see here. She also gifted me some of these charms. Now, she and I have made these resin charms before. And I guess, I don't know if these are left from when she and I made them or if she made more, but she gifted those to me. So I'm happy to have those. And then she was doing a lot of resin work. Okay, so she was making snowflake. And these are snowflakes, and these are ornaments. And she had a whole big tray of them, and she said, just pick some out and take them home with you. So those are pretty. Glitter in there. Look at this one. Let's see. Really pretty. And then these 2. And then this super large one here. Gorgeous. Love, love, love. So we'll put those aside. Yeah, Lisa gives me a lot of stuff, right? Okay, so then she gifted me this pack of jewelry findings, and I am just going to spread these out here so you guys can take a look at them. They are so, so pretty. And you know what? I'm going to pause you for a moment. I hear my granddaughter crying, and I'm going to run out there and see what's going on. So give me just a moment. Okay, I'm back. So as many of you know, my daughter-in-law is getting ready to have a baby, and she's actually due on Monday. If she doesn't have the baby by Monday, they're going to induce her on Tuesday. So if we don't have a baby before Monday, we're definitely going to have one on Tuesday. But anyway, so my son and my granddaughter just came back from someplace, and she was fussing out there. So, but all is well. But anyway, so Lisa gifted me all of these gorgeous jewelry findings here, and these are so pretty. You can make brooches out of them. Some you can use in the centers of flowers or bows. And yeah, just all kinds of gorgeous pieces. And also on mini albums. I love to use these on mini albums. So let me just put those away. So pretty. And then she gave me this die set, which is a really cool Christmas tree. And it does come with some Christmas presents and a bow. And then here's some pieces for ribbon to go on the bow. Here's the bottom to the tree. Here's another bow and some more ribbon. And then you've got all of these layering pieces for the Christmas tree. So pretty. Love that. And then she has been busily making Christmas cards, and she gifted a couple of these to me, probably because I said how gorgeous these were. Look at how pretty those are. All of the layering that went into this and all the die cutting, amazing. And then she used glossy accents on the berries to jazz them up a little bit. And this background here is actually stenciled with Cloud Whip, and then she's mixed in a glittery, I can't remember what the product is. I think it's a Simon Says Stamps product. She mixed it in with the Cloud Whip before she did the stenciling, and it's so sparkly. I don't think you can see it on camera, but it's very pretty. And then the insides are empty, so I can put my own sentiments in there. And then she had a couple of these extra, so she gifted these to me, and these are really pretty too. She gave me 2 of those. And I had 2 brothers. My older brother has passed away, but my younger brother is still living, and he has his own investment firm. And he commissioned my sister Lisa to make his company Christmas cards this year, which she's already finished. And this is some of the leftovers from the backing pieces she was using on the card fronts. And she embossed all of this gorgeous green cardstock. Look at that pretty cable knit sweater design. They were extras. Of course, she said, do you want them? And I said, yes. So that'll give me a jump start on some Christmas card making. And let's see, she also gave me this Hero Art stamp set. This is called United as One Unity Collection. So that's really nifty. You got this beautiful heart here in the hands. Number of sentiments. Very nice. And she knew that I was having trouble locating my black glitter cardstock in my craft room. And she had all of these card fronts cut already, and she says, I'm done using this. Do you want this? I'm like, oh, absolutely. So yeah, I was thrilled to have this. And then it's actually a different kind of glitter cardstock than this one, but this one she actually doesn't like. And as long as it cuts well in my die cutting machine or on my Cricut, I am happy to have that as well. So that's that. And the last thing she gifted me, and this is going to be funny, but this is actually a mini cooling rack for baked goods. And she said what she does with hers is when she does heat embossing, she lays the pieces on here. And I think like you could clip it with a little clip, and then you can heat emboss, and you're keeping your hands from getting hot. And because it's open on the bottom here, you know, the air can circulate underneath as well. So anyway, I thought I'd give it a try, and we'll see how that works out for me. And now, the last thing I'm going to show you today is, like I said, we were doing beaded projects. So, oh, one more thing. She also gifted me this. This is a calligraphy ink pen. So, she's getting into calligraphy now, and what you do is you dip the end in the ink, and this part right here, and you can see it's got some little swirls there. The ink actually gets taken up into the swirls and basically loads the pen, and then you write with it. So we tried it out while I was there, and it really actually works surprisingly well. And she had three or four of these, and she asked me if I wanted one because she said you can use your re-inkers with this. So I said, okay, sure, I'll try it. So anyway, she gifted that to me. So here are a few of the beaded pens and things that I made, and we made a ton, and she's keeping most of them at her house. I don't know what she's going to do. Maybe she's going to give them away, or maybe she's going to try to sell them. So I made this one here with the pretty pink pen, and we've got the iridescent kitty and a beautiful iridescent heart in the middle there, and I love the little fluffy top. And then this one I made as a gift from my daughter-in-law. I thought she would like that. It kind of reminded me of a ballerina with a tutu on. So that is gorgeous. And then, well, let me get to this one first. And then this one I made for myself as kind of a memory of Kiki. This is not exactly what he looked like, as many of you know, but he did have these colors in his fur as well as white. And this fluffy stuff here feels like cat fur. So it made me think of him, and so I beaded this up to be my memory pen for Kiki. And then this one here, this is an unusual little thing. I had not seen these before. This is actually a stylus that you can use on your phone or your iPads and whatnot because it's got that rubbery tip. But it also, if you pull it, it's an ink pen. This is just so cool. And I beaded this up. I think it looks so elegant. It almost looks like a little angel on there with that bow. So pretty. So those are for me and the one for my daughter-in-law. And then I made this one to go in some boo mail, which I'm hoping to get together and send out on Monday or Tuesday. So I thought that was really kind of cool. I think my crafty friend is going to enjoy that. And then we also made bookmarks. So I made this one. And we also made keychains. And I can't remember any other beaded projects. But anyway, so that's what we worked on today. We just sat and did a whole bunch of these. And then we had lunch. And I was tired. And I knew I had things to do at home. So I'm back at home. And I thought I would film this. Today is actually Saturday. I think it's the 18th. And of course this video probably won't post for a day or two, but I hope you enjoyed seeing the crafty haul that Lisa picked up for me as my personal shopper for my fall tablescape, our crafty project, and all of the gifts that Lisa sent me. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you at my next crafty video. See you later, crafty peeps. Bye.